Hey, what's up everyone? This is Robbie Richards. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Longtail Pro. It's a keyword research tool that I've been using quite a lot lately for both personal and client projects. So in this video, specifically, I'm going to show you how to find low competition keywords in any niche. We're also going to look at how we can assess keyword competition accurately using SEO metrics. And then we're also going to look at how we can take really large keyword sets and quickly find profitable keyword opportunities within those. All right, so let's just jump straight in. All right, so here we are in the main interface of Longtail Pro. One thing that I do want to say is they've recently just moved from their normal desktop application over to a cloud version of the product. As you can see, it's really clean, really nice interface. I like it a lot. And in this video, we're just going to go through some of the key features and we'll show you how to use this tool and use it in a way to where you can actually get some real value out of it by finding keywords that are profitable, that are low competition, that you can actually rank for. So let's just go over the interface here quickly. So we've got on the left-hand side here, we've got the projects tab. Now, essentially what a project is it's just like a keyword group. You can see down the left-hand side here, I've got a bunch. I can click next and go through here, but let's just have a look at dog training keywords, for example. I created this one a little bit earlier just as an example, but you can see this is the general theme. It's dog training. So if we look through here, we can see here are all these keywords that have been returned in this particular ad group. Now, there's a bunch of really cool things in here that we'll dive into as we get further into this review. One of the things that I wanted to show you was when you actually create a project, like in here, for example, you have two options. The first one is you have this Google AdWords suggestions box here, and this is where Longtail Pro will scrape a lot of its data from. Now, what you can do is you enter seed keywords. So basically a seed keyword is something fairly general and broad related to your industry. So in this case, if I put in something like dog training or puppy training or dog training tips, and then the next thing you can do, or that Longtail Pro will do, is it'll go out and it'll take these seed keywords and it'll generate a bunch of long tail variations using those seed keywords. And you can cap the max number of results you want for each seed keyword. You can pre-filter by monthly search, set minimum suggested bid, advertiser competition. And then once you've pre-filtered, added in your seed keyword, you just hit retrieve AdWords suggestion, and then Longtail Pro will go out and within seconds build you a list of hundreds of long tail keywords. You can see in here that, in this table, we can see we've got the keyword, we've got the search volume numbers, we've got bids from AdWords competition level, the number of keywords, rank value. This is a new metric that Longtail Pro has introduced in its cloud version, and it's just an estimate of the monthly value if you are able to rank this keyword within the #1 in organic search. I will say that this metric is still a work in progress. I like the idea, but it still has a little bit of improvement to go. And then this part here, again, we'll touch on this in a greater detail a little bit later in this video, but average keyword competitiveness is a great metric for you to quickly be able to determine how competitive it's going to be to rank for this keyword, because this actually pulls on hard SEO metrics to give you a rating from 0 to 100. And let me just show you very quickly what that looks like. So let's just say we are doing some keyword research in the dog training space, and we're trying to find some keywords that we can actually rank for. So we can see down here, now we can filter these keywords based on these top line columns, like by volume or average keyword competitiveness. But let's just scroll down and, let's just take, as an example, let's do toilet training puppies. So when we click on a keyword from this table, it allows us to drill down further and look at a bunch of really helpful SEO metrics for that particular keyword. Now you'll notice that we can see the top 10 search results in here for this particular keyword, toilet training puppies. And you can see that it actually is fairly competitive. It's a 47. So a brand new site, I would not recommend going for something with a keyword competitiveness level this high. But as we scroll down and we look at each individual search result, we can see the keyword competitiveness metric here, which is essentially an aggregate of all of these other data points along the top here. Now, Longtail Pro does pull its domain metrics from Majestic SEO, which is one of the best backlink analysis tools out there. So great integration there. And you can see here, you can hover over and you can quickly see what each metric means. So domain keyword competitiveness here, this is everything's from a scale of 0 to 100 across here. And these metrics are pretty much saying how trusted are these sites and the quality and the diversity of the link profile pointing to them. And by looking at these numbers, you can quickly assess just how competitive something is going to be to rank for. Now, let's have a look here. We can see, now this is an important one, we can see how many referring domains are pointing to the root domain here. And then we can also see how many referring domains are pointing to the page. If we scroll down, we can see there are a number of pages in here that have quite a few referring domains pointing to them, which again indicates that unless we can build a lot of links to our page and build up authority, it's going to be very hard to rank for it. There are some with lower number of domains referring to the page. But another thing you need to keep in mind is when you see this, don't just go, oh great, yeah, it's going to be easy to rank for. Come over here and look at the domain keyword competitiveness. And you can see that even though it's only got one page, it's got a domain keyword competitiveness of 89, which is extremely high. akc.org, very authoritative website. So even though it doesn't have any links pointing to that specific page, it's ranking almost entirely off of the large amount of authority attached to its domain. So a couple of things to keep in mind there. And then you can also see as well how old the site is. Often domain age will have an effect on ranking potential, and usually older sites are going to have higher authority as well. So that little bit of insight into that provides a lot of great SEO data. So if we just come back over here to the keyword table, and let's just have another look at some other projects that I have over here on the left side. So an example here would be the drone space, right? So this is an emerging niche. I'm interested in looking at the United States, google.com search engine. English is my language, but you can see here there's tons of different languages and tons of different search engines, to choose from. And as we scroll down here, we can see that here are a bunch of keywords that I've returned. You can see here I've got 122 right now in this project. I've just been capping it at 10 keywords per seed keyword. And right down here, I've got all these keywords. And like I mentioned, you can search by volume to see which one has the most traffic potential. You can also filter by average keyword competitiveness to see which ones will in theory be easier to rank for. And these are great points, but let's just say that we're specifically interested in finding keywords that have buying intent. And so we're going to want to look for some real key keyword modifiers like buy, best, review, because these are the sort of things that people are searching for along with different keywords when they're closer to the point of purchasing something. For example, someone who's looking for buy a drone plane or best remote controlled drone, these are people that are actively probably in the process of researching different products and are close to buying. So how do we quickly find all of these commercial intent keywords if, let's say, we have 1,000 keywords to go through? Well, the good thing is Longtail Pro gives you a bunch of really helpful keyword filters at the top of the table here. Now it's an include exclude deal, but from the different options here, you can see you can filter based on keywords, keyword competitiveness level, volume, bid, all of the ones that are shown across the top here. So I'm going to go with, I want to include keywords containing the commercial modifier, let's say buy, and then I just click plus. And what this will do is it's going to go down through this table, and now it's going to return all of the keywords that have that modifier buy in it. Buy a drone plane, buy a drone helicopter, where can I buy a drone, where to buy drones, all these different keywords. And then you just look across and you can see the volume associated with them, and then also the keyword competitiveness metrics. So very, very, very helpful. But let's just say we want to add another layer of data on there. Like, okay, cool, yeah, we want to find a keyword that has buy in it, so it has commercial intent, but we're only really interested in going after keywords that say have 300 or more or 500 or more searches a month, just because we want to be able to get a decent amount of traffic. And by adding on another filter on top here, so let's say include volume greater than, let's just go with 300 for now, and we go like this, and now we should be, yep, here we go, buy a drone helicopter, buy drones online, and we can see these, but these are all keywords that meet our minimum search volume threshold. Now this one only has 122 keywords in it because I'm just using it as an example, but you can imagine if you have thousands of keywords in there, you can use these types of filters to really quickly prioritize your list and not only find keywords with commercial intent, but drill even further and find all the commercial intent keywords that you can realistically rank for, as well as drive a decent amount of traffic with buying intent to your website. So great feature here. Another thing that we can do with keyword research here in Longtail Pro is, let's just say we already have a big list of keywords that we want to analyze. So maybe we've been in Google Keyword Planner, we've used SEMrush or any other different keyword tool out there, and we have a list of hundreds or thousands of keywords. And aside from just looking at things like AdWords competition level, we want to be able to really quickly drill in and assess the competitiveness of those keywords. So what we would do is we would click this manual keyword entry tab, and what this will do is when we upload, we can add in a bunch of our own keywords and then click retrieve keyword data, and then it's going to populate another table of keywords below, just like this, but only those keywords that you've entered in. And then again, you can go and filter by volume, average keyword competition level, and start kind of filtering those keywords, as well as using some of these. And then finally, once you have, as you're finding keywords that you like, you can click favorite, and it'll add it to this favorites group here. So it's kind of like your shortlist. And then once you have that short list of keywords favorited that you really interested in targeting, then you just go through each one of them and just click on it, and then you can actually see all this SEO data for each keyword. And then from that, you can really start to understand which keywords that make the most sense for you to target. There's no point going after a keyword that you can never realistically rank for, at least in the next 3 to 6 months, because you're just going to waste a lot of time and money doing that. So this tool helps you identify those opportunities really quickly. And just before I forget too, another thing I want to show you that's also a new feature with Longtail Pro is when you create keyword projects. So we've got this, let's just say, I've got this SEO campaign one here that I just created. When it comes to keyword competitiveness, people are like, how do I even know what range to target? Well, Longtail Pro's just created this new feature where you can add your domain. So let's just take robbierichards.com as an example. If I copy the URL here, I'm going to go add domain, add it in here, click save. And then what the tool will do is it's going to go out and it's going to calculate some metrics around trust flow, domain flow, and you can look at what these mean here by just hovering over the little eye icons, number of referring domains, and then it's going to give you a range here of 25 to 30 for my domain, for example. So this is based on the strength of your domain using all of those trust flow and backlink metrics. And what this essentially means is anything around 25 to 30, I can very comfortably target. One thing that I've found after using this tool for a while is you can kind of go plus 10 or 15 points as long as you're building really, really awesome content and trying to also build some links to it. I rank for some keywords now that when I look in this tool have keyword competitiveness ratings of like 45, some even closer to 50. So this is just to give you kind of a general idea, but I would definitely say that you can go, especially if your site's been up for say 6 to 12 months, you can go for sites that are 10 or 15 points above, I think, as long as you're promoting it and putting together a nice piece of content. And another thing that Longtail Pro has provided, and I'll include a link to it below this video, is a table that shows a different keyword competitiveness breakdown. So I'll show you that right now. You can see here that we've got a bar graph, and this is on that scale of 0 to 100, the keyword competitiveness. So you can see here anything 30 and below is very low competition. You can target that. 30 to 40 is more moderate, and then somewhat high competition, 40 to 50. This is kind of the range that I'm currently stopping in until my site gets a little bit more authority and a little bit older. I'm going to be only targeting keywords 50 or below. So this is kind of how I filter out a lot of my keyword opportunities. And then these are obviously a lot more competitive, but it's just a good sort of chart to give you an idea of what you can go after. And then when we're back in here, we can see just a couple other things that I want to point out is they have a few new features in here now. So if you have some keywords that you've already built, you can see here that if you hover over the green refresh button, this will actually go out and update and retrieve fresh keyword competition, fresh keyword competitiveness scores from Google search results. You can actually click the little G button right next to different keywords if you want to manually go out and look at the competition. When you find a keyword that you're really interested in targeting, I highly recommend doing this as in addition to clicking the keyword and looking at those metrics from Majestic SEO. And then another thing that you can look at here too is, let's just say that we've built our favorites keyword list and it's got a bunch of keywords, and we just want to start expanding off of the keywords that we're interested in targeting. So what other long tail keywords can we build off and kind of group? The really cool feature now is you can actually click this little magnifying glass with a plus sign in it, and Longtail Pro will go out and collect another 20 keyword suggestions based off of just this one keyword. So you can see that you can really drill in and start building long tail keyword sets off of individual keywords once you've populated them. So that's just another cool feature of the tool that can help you scale your keyword research off of short lists and things like that, which is great. Okay, so I've covered a lot of the tool already. There are some other things that I probably haven't covered, but I think I've covered the most important ones. So we'll just quickly do an example so I can show you what the whole process looks like. So if we come over here, let's just say, I don't know, let's just do paleo diet as an example. You might have an affiliate site around that or work in that niche. So we're just going to create an affiliate, a paleo diet project, and it'll come out here, and this is where we can add our domain if we want to get some ideas around the different keyword competitiveness level we can do. And then, obviously a seed keyword is going to be paleo diet recipe possibly, and then maybe just come over to Google. What are they saying? Paleo diet plan, paleo diet foods, paleo diet snacks. These are just all ideas, seed keyword ideas that we can quickly dump into Longtail Pro here. Okay, let's just stop here, and we'll just cap it here at, let's say, 15 keyword suggestions. We won't set any filters here, but we could if we wanted to. And then we're just going to go out and retrieve all of these AdWords suggestions. And then as you scroll down, you can see, boom, it's just really quickly calculating a lot of this data, returning tons of different keywords. And then the really cool thing, and this is another big improvement for the cloud version, is in the old desktop version, you had to go out and manually calculate the keyword competitiveness metric for each keyword one at a time. And it often took minutes, sometimes hours, to calculate these metrics across large keyword sets. Whereas the cloud version now, as you can see, it's bulk calculating these metrics across all of these different keywords. And, in less than 30 seconds, we can see that how many keywords do we have? We've got 50 keywords that it's already calculated all of that. So a huge time saver with this new version. And now we can see, cool, here are all these keywords coming through. If I see the volume, the keyword competitiveness, maybe I'm interested in writing a piece of content around paleo diet foods. It's fairly competitive keyword. So maybe we'll just keep coming down. Paleo diet recipes. So this one here, 37, that's not too bad. Paleo diet recipe desserts. You can see here quickly, paleo diet rules. Let's see as we keep going down here. Paleo recipes. There's just tons of keywords in here. And as we get this initial keyword set, then we can go along here and start really digging deeper and generating more keywords off of these. Okay, so let's just say I'm meant to be targeting a keyword, 25 to 35. So I'm going to look at, let's just take a look at the caveman diet. So if I click in here, and let's just say I've got a site that's about a year old, I can see here, beginner's guide to the caveman diet. And I quickly see this page doesn't have a very high domain keyword competitiveness score. And it only has 21 referring domains pointing to it. This one's lower, it has more backlinks, so that's kind of making up for the lower domain authority. But as we scroll down, we can see that there are some very big sites on this, or big pieces of content, I guess. You can see 3,000 referring domains, 285. So depending on the authority of your site, this may or may not be a good keyword to target. But you can see if we were just looking at AdWords competition, it would give us a very inaccurate idea of the level of competition. Whereas Longtail Pro, we can get all of these backlink numbers, we can view metrics from Majestic SEO that give us a much stronger indication of not only the strength of that page, but also the trust and authority that Google is attaching to that domain. And now let's just jump back here and just take another quick look through these keywords. List of paleo diet foods, easy paleo diet recipes. Excuse me. You scroll down. So you get the idea. And as we come up to the top here, we can see all of our different keyword sets organized by theme under projects, and it's just very easy to keep track of. Longtail Pro also has a ton of helpful resources that they have that will help you build with keyword research and things like that. It's called Longtail Pro University, or Longtail University, and super helpful if you're just starting out with keyword research. It'll walk you through every step of the process, as well as give you some more advanced tactics for using Longtail Pro to help grow your business. Okay, cool. So that really covers the overview of the tool. You can see there's a link below this video, and you can click that link and it'll not only review the tool, but there's a 6-step process that you can use to find profitable keywords in any niche, and that's covered in that guide. So go check out the link below this video, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.